Hello. So I know it's been ages. I keep going to make videos, and actually this is the second one that I've made so far, and yeah, I just want to check in. Okay, this is what's been happening, because I think it's been a while since I've really posted or anything, so we're just wondering. I'm curious to see if this one makes it up, but so I just want to briefly talk about what's going on. And at the moment I'm doing a cleanse, and some people that know me know that I'm pretty big on the cleanses. This cleanse is kind of new. I've done wormwood cleanses before. I just found a little farm sort of thing. There's rows of there's olives there. I think that over there, right at the end, is olives, and then the rows are grapes. Looks like a vine. But yeah, so anyway, at the moment I'm doing wormwood tea. A friend actually recommended the tea. Well, we were just talking about it, and it's wormwood tea. I was like, yeah, because I've done a wormwood tincture before, and that was really good. But with the tincture, wormwood is so strong that in the tincture it was sort of easy, because I could just drop it into my coffee, which the strength of the coffee really, the bitterness of the coffee really helped to mask the bitterness of the wormwood. So it's roughly 3 glasses of wormwood tea a day. I'm just going to pause it because there's someone walking up. Yeah, so 3 glasses of wormwood tea a day, and I think wormwood's anti-parasitical and antifungal and all of that good stuff. When the first time I did a wormwood cleanse, it's probably my 4th one, but this one's definitely more advanced, just with my diet and long-term stuff. I feel like I've been preparing to get to this point for a bit. Past 6 months I've been getting sort of away from sugar, and really refining the diet down to some really basic things. So I'm literally just eating beans and garlic, cooked beans and garlic with nutritional yeast and salt right now. That's the meals I'm having, plus some stuff from a place that I like to go to volunteer at. And so yeah, the whole cleansing experience has been so interesting, and how it sort of ties into, or has been tying into fasting and cleansing and the emotional state, all amalgamating, and just finding out, to me, how they all coincide with each other. And I've been listening to podcasts as well about this as I go. There was that podcast with Aubrey Marcus, or Marcus Aubrey. He was talking to somebody who's more so an expert about it. He does a lot of podcasts with people who are somewhat experts about these sorts of topics, but basically talking about how candida and things like that, it's just I think it's a yeast sort of overgrowth, and how when you start to tackle that, you realize, as well as confronting the whatever emotions and things that come up during the fast and things, and just being the observer and seeing how, when you take those things away, for me, I started to realize how if I sometimes I'd be eating just to sort of distract myself, like having a cigarette, because I've cut cigarettes and things out of it as well, everything, and then also combining that with the wormwood and stuff. Some people, their candida will just like basically run the show, or like parasites and things like that, because once you've gotten past the emotions, there's only so much that can be left. And then like balancing that with what's healthy is somewhat of the experience or the challenge. But yeah, like if you're like racing for like the breads and the sugars and things like that, just like you need that to sort of operate. That's really good sign that there's like something in you that needs to be cleansed. Yeah, so figuring out what's what in terms of that is like really been a bit of the show. And yeah, it's super interesting. I just like wanted to talk about like one particular experience I had today, because I love cookies, and so like just during my fast at some point, like I was just eating like 6 cookies a day on top of all my water and with garlic and stuff. Like yeah, like a couple of days into my wormwood detox, I was just like overpowered with the need to have cookies, because I was going through all of this emotional stuff, like just moving and everything, and like just coping with the pressure. It was like that one thing like I had left. So I just sort of turned to the cookies. But I said, like, I was sitting at a cafe and I'm having my coffee, like even having just coffee now too, just plain coffee, no sugar, no anything. But yeah, I'm sitting at the cafe with my coffee and my 6 cookies, and people see me wolfing down these cookies for like 2 days there. Just like, I said to myself, all right, this is the last batch of cookies I'm gonna have for a while. And then yeah, I ate them, and then I went straight into my fast again and had my wormwood. And very interestingly, the next day, or so, like a couple of days later, it was like, oh, today, yeah, okay, so today, because I'm like way into the fast now, I go into Woolies to get some cat food, and I'm so low on funds, so I need to save money. And so like the only thing I can fit in here like is the cat food, logically. And I'm in there for a split second trying to come up with every excuse that I can to buy cookies. But this time I really noticed that it was only like, whereas other times I've been in an absolute rage to get something, whether it be like in the past like alcohol or cigarettes or and the cookies, like all at once. I really just noticed how it was only a slight sensation, and that really helped me to come to the conclusion, or like see how these either parasites or like candidas, which is quite common in people, could be affecting me. And now that I've really been cleansing, how much power, as well as like coping with the emotions that I would drink away or smoke away or eat away, how much more power I actually have over myself now that I've been facing these things and cleansing the physical body, and just seeing how the mind, the psychological state, and your emotions and things, the body, and well, I think the spirit, but I've definitely seen the correlation between the mind and the body in this situation. So yeah, that is sort of a bit of a summary of my experiences with those things.